Now to the story of a sea monster with 130 razor-sharp teeth, the biting force of a T-Rex, and a skull measuring 2 meters. But this creature really did exist around 75 million years ago.
A mysterious sea creature was just spotted off the coast of North Carolina, and it's got a lot of people scratching their heads.
Nothing I've ever seen before, on land or in sea.
Rivers are not just bodies of water. Every wave is a gateway to untold stories that defy imagination. Whether elusive life forms from the depths or unexpected encounters with hidden dwellers, get ready to watch creepy creatures that were mysteriously caught crawling out of the river. A group of quad bikers were cruising along the Bay of Plenty Beach when suddenly they stumbled upon a scene straight out of a prehistoric thriller. What caught their eye? Well, a massive animal carcass, jaw intact, teeth gleaming. And parts of its body were surprisingly preserved. At first glance, it resembled a killer whale skeleton, but the catch is, the skull had a crocodilian appearance. As the experts chimed in, it turned out this mysterious creature was indeed a killer whale. Its body got reshaped by the ravages of time and the feasting of hagfish, and was washed ashore after a storm. Truly, the ocean is a treasure trove of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Panama Alien. In 2014, 4 teenagers were playing by the creek and claimed they had encountered this unidentified creature. And let's just say after this, things got a little rocky. They say they exploded with rocks before tossing the creature back into the water and making a run for it. The small community of Panama City was left baffled over this strange find that got everyone talking. Some locals were whispering that it looked like an alien, while others reckoned it was just some bizarre creature from the depths of the jungle. The officials in Panama City were all over it, trying to solve the mystery. But until now, they haven't been successful. I guess we'll never find out. Beaked mystery. Fishermen near Jushan City encountered a mysterious creature unlike anything they'd ever seen. With its smooth, glossy skin and dolphin-like appearance, it seemed to defy explanation. Yet there was something peculiar about it. The absence of a fin left them bewildered and even fearful. As rumors spread like wildfire, experts weighed in, suggesting that this enigmatic marine animal could belong to the elusive beaked whale family. Rarely sighted in Chinese seas, these creatures added an aura of mystique to the waters. It was a reminder that even in the vast expanse of the ocean, there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered. Bloated whale. At first, it might look like this was a huge balloon that washed up on the beach. It even confused everyone, until they found out it was actually a whale carcass that looked like a balloon because it was so swollen. But the question is, why did it look like that? Well, here's the scoop. When whales shuffle off this mortal coil, their massive bodies start churning out methane like no one's business. And that's why this whale looked like it was ready to float away at any moment. But here's a word of advice. Never, ever get too close to a whale carcass. Trust me, you don't want to be around when that thing goes pop, because it's a whole different ball game from your average balloon. Monster eel. Get ready for a tale that'll make you think twice before judging a book by its cover. A group of unsuspecting men stumbled upon a bizarre creature straight out of a sci-fi nightmare. With its alien-like appearance and a mouth that could rival the Whispering Death, those dudes were not satisfied with just staring at it. They went ahead and poked it with a stick. And let me tell you, that thing was not happy about it. So what in the world was this freaky thing? Well, it turns out it's none other than a type of eel known as the eel goby. Despite its menacing looks, this rare fish is more bark than bite, with its small, glass-like teeth posing little problems to humans. Giant turtle. This video was captured on the beach as a colossal leatherback turtle made its slow journey back to the waters. But this turtle was no ordinary shelled creature. Nope, it was something out of a legend. with people standing beside it looking like mere ants in comparison. Some even whispered of the mythical creature, the Serpent. But hold on, before you start reading about ancient myths and legends, did you know that leatherback turtles can actually get really huge? But I mean this one? Whew, it was massive. Chernobyl Beast. A Russian tourist was exploring the eerie remnants of the Chernobyl exclusion zone when he came across a scene straight out of a horror movie. He witnessed a mutant fish crawling onto the sandy banks of the Pripyat River with nothing but an old camera to capture the moment. Its teeth were distorted and large as compared to its body. Yet undeterred by fear, he approached it and poked the creature with a stick. In a flash, the fish twitched and disappeared back into the murky waters. It was a haunting reminder of the lasting effects of the Chernobyl disaster, where the radiation had turned ordinary organisms into something out of a nightmare. Cascade Creature. Things got pretty weird when you go into the deep sea. And that's exactly what happened when a strange blob was captured on camera by an underwater device that's controlled remotely. Even the experts were stumped and couldn't figure out what this mysterious creature was. Some called it a jellyfish, but it had its organs and appendages never seen on a jellyfish before. Others speculated it might be a discarded white placenta, but peculiar markings threw that theory off. Some even said it could be a fishing net, but it seemed to move under its own volition. And to top it all off, the exact location of the sighting remained unknown, which added another layer of intrigue to this baffling aquatic mystery. Prehistoric creature.
Come out and have a look.
An explorer was out on the tranquil waters of Australia when he came across something that defied explanation. A bizarre being with its twisted form and colossal tail, which seemed like it had been plucked from the depths of time itself, was found lurking on the water's surface. Well, given its uncanny looks, people started guessing that it could be a river monster. Now, I scoured every corner of the internet, but couldn't find any concrete evidence. So share your thoughts in the comments section, because sometimes cracking the case requires a fresh perspective.
Come out and have a look.
Florida's Kraken. Every wrinkle tells a story, but sometimes those ripples hide something bigger, something like a kraken beneath the surface. When suddenly, the toss of water revealed massive splashes in the water. It was enough to make anyone's heart skip a beat. Now, here's where it got interesting. The whole scene was caught on camera, but the truth behind those colossal splashes remained a mystery. Some said it could be work of Florida's beloved manatees, known to frolic in these waters, while others speculated something far more fantastical. Could it really be the legendary Kraken lurking beneath the surface? I don't know about you, but after this, I might think twice before taking a dip. Rare sea creature. A group of people were strolling along a jetty, and they experienced a sight straight out of a marine fantasy. Before their eyes was a technicolor sea creature, gliding gracefully at the ocean's surface. As they drew closer, the creature darted away with lightning speed, leaving the onlookers in awe and wonder. Some speculated it was a squid, while others thought it might be an oarfish. But wait, several eagle-eyed viewers identified it as a blanket octopus, renowned for its female counterpart's majestic cape of tentacles. Looks like sea life is full of surprises. Vampire fish. A video showcased a fish with not one, but two long vampire-like teeth, complete with what appeared to be bloodstains. Yikes! This fish was not a creature of the night. It was just your friendly neighborhood black triggerfish, also known as the red-toothed triggerfish. Despite its menacing appearance, this species is more at home along the slopes of coral reefs than in a Transylvanian castle. This fish lives in warm waters from the Red Sea to the Australian Great Barrier Reef. At first glance, this fish might have given off some serious Dracula vibes, but rest assured, it was all show and no go. Whales Unit. Let me tell you about a strange sight that washed up on Green Harbor Beach, a creature with comb-like filaments attached to what looked like a bone or spinal column. It was bizarre, to say the least. At first glance, you might think it was some kind of distorted jellyfish, but jellyfish don't have such a texture. Could it be the remnants of a whale's units? You know, the gills and lungs left behind after a whale feast? Or maybe it was the aftermath of a fish tossed back into the water. Whatever the case, one thing's for sure. Nature never ceases to amaze us with its strange wonders. Shy whale. This video will make you rethink everything you knew about whales. A strange creature emerged from a pond, resembling a mashup of a seal, a dolphin, and a snake. Many speculated it was a New Zealand longfin eel, but a few suggested it could be a mutated dolphin abandoned by its pod and ended up in this small pond. Well, who knows what other mysteries these water bodies are hiding from us? If any of you have an idea, share it with us by commenting below. Mighty grouper. A man out on his small kayak was casting his line into the deep blue sea. Suddenly, he felt a tug, and not just any tug, but the kind that sent his heart racing. He was locked in a battle with a mighty 500-pound grouper, and let me tell you, this fish was no joke. The sheer size of this monster fish ended up breaking his fishing rod. Unable to hoist it onto his boat, he then decided to just bring it ashore. And when you see the size of this grouper, you'll understand why he couldn't even lift it up. Now that's what I call a fish story for the ages.
Please, look at this monster! Look at the size of this thing!
Huge jellyfish.
I've never seen anything like that here.
Get ready to be mesmerized by a tale straight out of Norway's Arctic Sapmi coast. A lady was out recording water voices for meditation when she found a huge, beautiful jellyfish laid out on the grass. Talk about a surprise guest at the nature party. With its transparent body, the grass underneath was shining through, adding to the ethereal beauty of this ocean marvel. It was like something out of a dream, witnessing nature's creation up close and personal. So next time you're out and about, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what wonders await you just around the corner.
Thing is huge.
Big catch. There's nothing quite like reeling in a big catch. And let me tell you, that's exactly what happened to some young boys fishing on the Gunch River in Nepal. When suddenly, one of them felt the tension building in the line. Something massive was on the other end. With bated breath, they pulled it in. And lo and behold, it was a monster catfish. This bad boy was so huge that even the seasoned fishermen struggled to lift it. They were over the moon with excitement, cheering and shouting like they just won the lottery. Hidden danger. You know that phrase, every cloud has a silver lining? Well, this proved to be true when a natural drought in 2022 occurred in Italy and revealed a hidden danger beneath the surface of a river. What danger, you ask? Well, none other than an unexploded World War II bomb just waiting to wreak havoc. But don't worry, because Italy's military swooped in like knights in shining armor, defusing the 992-pound bomb and carrying out a controlled explosion. It was found by fishermen near the village of Borgo Vergilio in Lombardy. This bomb could have spelled disaster if it had been left unchecked. So, here's to the heroes who keep us safe. Chinese monster. A curious piece of footage made the rounds on Chinese social media, showcasing what appeared to be a massive creature lurking in the depths of the Yangtze River. Yup, a river monster of epic proportions. In the all-too-brief footage, a dark serpentine form slithered through the water, measuring a whopping 10 feet long. Now, here's where things got interesting. Theories abound as to what this mysterious creature could be. It could be just trash, a crocodile, or even a giant snake. Well, even Burmese pythons have been known to roam these parts. So what's your best guess for this creature? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Hidden creature. There's a saying that curiosity ended the cat, but for this man, exploring a river in China almost led to a surprising encounter. As he was venturing along the riverbank, something stirred beneath the leaves nearby. Intrigued, he cautiously prodded the area with a stick, hoping to uncover the mystery. Suddenly, to his shock, an unknown creature sprang forth. It was clear that the creature intended to take him down, but fortunately, it was unable to succeed. Upon a closer look, many netizens identified it as a snake. So remember, nature holds many hidden surprises, some of which may not be as welcoming as they initially seem. Shell meat. Ever stumbled upon something that makes you question reality? Well, now you will, after seeing this creature that emerged from the depths of the ocean, as it was not your typical sea dweller. This oddball lacked a shell, resembling a sea snail gone rogue. Its texture was jelly-like or gelatinous. The man who found it couldn't resist a closer look, lifting it up and down like a perplexed scientist. But the even crazier thing was, that thing had no mouth, no eyes, no facial features whatsoever. So what in the world was this creature? Your guess is as good as mine. It was like Mother Nature decided to play a big prank on all of us. Paper Nautilus. A peculiar creature caught the attention of a local man along the shoreline, and upon closer inspection, the mysterious marine creature was identified as belonging to the genus Argonauta, commonly known as the paper nautilus. These pelagic octopuses are known for their unique characteristic of creating a delicate, paper-thin egg case. It's no wonder they've earned the name paper nautilus. Interestingly, in Chinese, they're referred to as white seahorses' nests. These creatures are fascinating examples of nature's diversity. Beach lovers go crazy for those thin shells. Walking on the coast becomes an exciting treasure hunt when you're on the lookout for them. Sneaky reptile. They say the rivers hold secrets that would make your hair stand on end, and I've got a story that'll prove that point. A group of boaters was cruising along the river when suddenly a massive creature emerged from the murky depths. At first, it was like something out of a nightmare, a colossal reptile swimming ominously towards them. The creature was resembling a monster from afar, but as it came closer, it became clear it was not a monster at all, but perhaps an anaconda, belly full from a recent feast. Luckily for the boaters, the reptile seemed more interested in digesting its meal than adding to it. Turtle raid. Last year, the Wildlife Conservation Society released jaw-dropping footage of an epic turtle raid along the Guapare River. And when I say epic, I mean epic. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of giant South American river turtles gathering for the world's largest turtle shindig. It was like the ultimate turtle party. Here's why so many of them gathered together. Around 80,000 adult female turtles hauled themselves onto the sandy beaches in September to lay their precious eggs. Then came December and January. It was showtime for these little hatchlings as they burst forth, ready to take on the world. Now that was true turtle power. river serpent. This video had spread whispers of a river serpent sighting that sent shockwaves through the community. But hold on, because these things aren't always what they seem. People at first speculated it might be an otter, but otters have long tails, and seals have tail flappers. Upon closer inspection, it turned out this supposed serpent was nothing more than a crafty imposter. So, what was lurking beneath the surface? With absolute certainty, it was revealed to be none other than a seal. So next time you spot something strange in the river, remember, looks can be deceiving, but the truth is always waiting to be uncovered. Gator's Lunch. When predators collide, it's survival of the fittest. And this phrase was fit for this wild tale from Florida that's gonna blow your mind. This video was all about a face-off between two apex predators, gator versus python. It was like nature's own showdown. The gator asserted its dominance as it chowed down on a massive python. It munched away like it was slurping up a noodle straw. In the end, only one of them came out on top in this reptile showdown, the fearsome gator, and a feast that was fit for a king of the swamp. Diving primates. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And these monkeys in the jungle took that saying to a whole new level. On a tropical day, the heat was heavy like a blanket, but instead of letting the scorching sun get them down, these clever primates decided to turn it into an adventure. They gathered by the water's edge. And one by one, leapt from the towering trees into the water below. They dove, cut through the air, and plunged into the refreshing water below. We need to learn how to get some fun from them. Venoms blob.
Yeah, black gooey substance is washing ashore at our local beaches this evening and is causing quite a mess for beachgoers.
Here's a creature straight out of a sci-fi flick. A man was chilling on a St. Lucian beach when suddenly his eyes locked onto a mysterious black blob slithering atop a rock. The witnesses couldn't believe it as he watched this alien-esque entity twist and turn, and like something out of a movie, with worm-like parts intertwining, it was no wonder some folks online likened it to Venom, the infamous symbiote, while others speculated it might just be a cluster of bootlace worms playing tricks on our eyes. But in another video, it was seen trying to eat an entire crab.
So one thing like that.
Whether it was a true extraterrestrial visitor or just nature's quirky creation, one thing's for sure, this thing was seriously giving Venoms vibes. Millipede swarm. In South Africa, a colossal swarm of millipedes was scuttling together like a well-oiled machine. It was like a millipede flash mob, but with a serious purpose. These critters typically travel solo, but when danger lurks, they band together for survival. By sticking close and moving in sync, they throw off predators like millipede assassin bugs and dung beetles, who see them as food. This millipede swarm proved that unity is indeed strength. It was a mesmerizing sight that reminds us of the beauty of teamwork in the most unexpected places. Embarrassed alligator. A group of fishermen were out in the water, casting their lines and reeling in the big ones. This is when one lucky angler caught a big fish on the hook. With skill and determination, he wrestled with the catch and finally pulled it out of the water with a triumphant smack. But just as he was about to claim his hard-earned prize, a sneaky gator decided to crash the party, eyeing up the fish for a snack. Quick on his feet, the fearless fisherman wasn't about to let that happen. He quickly smacked the gator, and it ran away feeling embarrassed. Now that's what I call getting caught in the act. sea ghost.
Time now 6:25. There's something lurking in the water in North Palm Beach.
Take a look at this.
Back in 2011, out in North Palm Beach, a peculiar scene unfolded when two boat buoys were being tugged from beneath the surface, as if by some unseen force. Now, the thing is, the only witness was a lone kayaker and a camera capturing the eerie event. No other boats were in sight, no signs of air bubbles or divers below. It was like something out of a ghost story, only this time, the ghost was lurking in the depths of the sea. What on earth? Or should I say, under the sea, could have been strong enough to pull those buoys without a trace? A giant fish maybe, or something out of this world? We might never really know, but one thing's for certain, the ocean has got a lot of secrets to keep. Log-like fish. A mysterious creature was lurking in the murky depths of the Mississippi River. It caught the attention of all those who dared to cast their gaze upon it. What sets this critter apart? Well, its peculiar appearance resembled nothing more than a big log lazily drifting along the water's surface. But here's where things get really weird. This log-like fish wasn't just sitting there idly, it was moving, dipping its nose, or maybe its mouth, in and out of the water in a rhythm. Now, the identity of this creature remained up for debate, but the experts had a theory. They reckoned it might just be a catfish putting on a show. What are your thoughts on this fishy mystery? Close-up. If you're a fan of sushi, then buckle up, because here's a close-up view that might just change the way you see it forever. Yep, that's the real face of sushi, but hey, don't let that scare you off. It was all part of the deliciousness. Move over, foie gras, because sea urchin is the new darling of foodies and gourmands everywhere. So next time you dig into some sushi or sea urchin, just remember, the closer, the better. Frog rider. A frog decided to hitch a ride on a fish. Yeah, you heard that right. A frog riding on a fish. This epic scene went down at the Gothenburg Botanical Gardens in Sweden, thanks to a quick-thinking wildlife photographer. It featured a big koi fish cruising around the pond with a frog chilling on its face like it was no big deal. According to the workers, this froggy daredevil had been glued to the fish's face all morning, covering its eyes and mouth like it was the most natural thing in the world. Now that's what I call some amphibian adventures. Sand dollar. A man was taking a stroll along the shoreline at a beach in El Salvador when he spotted something fascinating. A sand dollar chilling in the sand. This little sea creature wasn't just lounging around, but was putting on a show, as it was slowly disappearing into the thick sand.
Look how it burrows deep into the sand.
Sand dollars are like the Houdinis of the ocean floor, using their spines to bury themselves in the quicksand. These guys have spines that double as gills and locomotion tools, making them the ultimate beachside illusionists.
Simply amazing.
Abandoned monkey. Life's a jungle out there, and it couldn't be any more true for this poor little monkey. A tiny abandoned creature, too young to fend for itself, stranded in the heart of the jungle with no one around. How did it get there? Nobody knows for sure. Maybe it got separated from its troop while traveling, or maybe fate had some other plans. Whatever the reason, the mystery of its sudden appearance remained unsolved. But here's hoping that the person filming this little monkey offered a helping hand to ensure its safe return. Helgramite. In this video, someone spotted this bizarre creature lurking in the water. And let me tell you, its appearance was straight out of a horror movie. Super creepy. Upon closer look, this freaky critter was identified as a Helgramite. Even the name sounds terrifying. It was like the stuff of nightmares, with its long, spiky body and gnarly-looking jaws. But as scary as it might seem, Helgramites are actually harmless to humans. They're just these weird-looking insects that hang out in freshwater streams. So the next time you see one of these spooky bugs, just remember, sometimes nature's creatures are just as weird as they are fascinating.
See ya, buddy.
Snapping Fluffy.
He's huge, y'all. I got him out of the fence.
a man ventured into the swamplands of Florida, responding to a call about a mysterious creature. Against the odds, he found an alligator snapping turtle, a real-life Jurassic relic lurking in the shadows. Now, these fellas are no joke. With mouths wide enough to give a crocodile a run for its money, they lure in unsuspecting prey with a clever trick, a red part inside their gaping maws mimicking a juicy worm. It's like a sinister game of cat and mouse, only with fish instead. But hey, in the wild, survival means playing dirty. So the next time you're in snapping turtle territory, remember to watch out for snapping Fluffy.
I know he looks like he wants to bite me, but I'm just saying that he's thirsty.
Old taxi.
This is so awesome!
Two buddies were out for a leisurely stroll by the river when out of nowhere, they spotted something peculiar lurking beneath the water's surface. With curiosity piqued, they whipped out their gear and got to work. They hooked onto the mysterious object and slowly reeled it in. What they found was a relic of days gone by. It was a 1970s-era orange taxi, lost to the depths of time. But how did that taxi end up in a river in the first place? Well, that's been a mystery for ages, because even the authorities couldn't crack it. What do you guys think? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
We set it up for him, but...
Check it out. It's got decals and everything.
Now, it's time for our open discussion. A group of men in hazmat suits were seen hauling out this bizarre creature from a river while handling it like it was some sort of a cursed artifact. They carefully lifted it onto a stretcher, and just when you thought things couldn't get any weirder, they vanished into the woods like ghosts. Rumors started flying like crazy. Some folks whispered about nuclear warheads and secret experiments, while others swore it was just some government cover-up. But one thing's for sure, whatever those guys were up to, it definitely had the whole town buzzing with conspiracy theories. Thank you so much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.